That's what made you.
Interesting.
But you're the man. You're the man.
Oh.
You're the man. You got the hair coif. That's right, the hair coif. Coif us for one more time, man.
They can't do that.
That's right. There was a time we could do that, but not anymore. Oh my God. Coif us. So every time when I say coif us, you know what to do.
That doesn't sound right. I don't feel comfortable quaffing on anyone at any
And to the
point.
left of Nick the intern, we have the one and only Eric the Smoke Moran.
Hey, what's going on, everyone?
Yeah.
I know we're here. We start early and everything else. People will start coming in, so get ready. You guys are early. You guys are on time. We love it. So you guys, you never know. Those who come and arrive first, you never know what's going to happen. So the fact that you guys are here early, something good is going to happen. I see it.
One of my favorite things to do is give out prizes. So
he loves giving out prizes.
You know what? Since these people are loyal and came way early, we're going to do this.
You get a prize. You get a prize. You get a prize. You get a prize.
How come I don't even get things?
You get a prize too, and you get a prize.
Thanks for coming out. All right, show's over. Thanks, guys. Good night. Woo. Nah, we appreciate the support. We were originally supposed to go on at 8 o'clock, and then they asked us if we could do almost 2 hours, to which we said, yes, we can talk for
We can stretch
2
it.
hours about video games.
We
Yeah,
can
so...
stretch.
So guys, we're going to have Mark Knuckles Carter here. He is in the process of moderating another panel, so if you see a big red echidna sneak in,
so if he
that's
says,
our other guy.
hey, what's up, everybody? Yo, what's going on? Hey, how you doing, man? Don't hate me, man. I'm running late, you know. Oh, my God. Shut up, y'all. I hate y'all. I hate y'all. You know that's Mark coming in.
Anyway.
You looked like you had a deep thought. I was waiting for something.
No, I didn't know when he was going to stop and return to us.
We never
do.
do.
He gets so into character. That's what he does.
So guys, how many of you are avid gamers, would you say? You're big time into video games.
Avid.
I mean, obviously, Lord Rugal? Are you cosplay? Yes. I gotcha. Okay, awesome. No, that's cool. I couldn't see because you're sitting down, but that's awesome. But obviously, we're all into video games here. Big question is, though, we're about halfway through the year 2024 at this point, and I have to get some input here. Want to ask, what do you feel so far is the game of the year that's come out this year? Best game of the year. You guys can... What's that? You can... Oh, the DLC for... what?
Elden Ring?
Elden Ring. Thank you. Sorry, I couldn't... Yeah. Yeah,
that was
absolutely.
Pretty good.
Yeah, there's a lot of good ones. We're playing Helldivers right now. That's definitely, yeah, my man over here knows. Give it up for our sound guy, Kevin. Does a great job. Yeah, Helldivers is awesome. What are some other games? We got Street Fighter 6.
Can we cut
right?
the sound guy, Kevin? Can we do that?
Yeah, Street Fighter 6. What do you guys think? What are you playing this year? What's new? And you know what? Come on up here. Come up to the stage. We don't need to be shy.
Talk right to the people.
Tekken 7's pretty heat right now.
I love Tekken. With Tekken 8, you mean, right? Tekken 8. Yeah, it's all good.
Dude,
no,
you gotta
Tekken
add
8,
up.
awesome.
Ocho.
Yeah.
ESPN 8, the Ocho.
Who do you main in Tekken 8? Lee. Cool. I'm a Brian Fury guy myself. Always have been.
I wonder
He's
why.
awesome. What do you guys think? Game of the year so far. What's the best
Helldivers.
contender?
Helldivers. For liberty and everything else to
What's
go
even
with.
come out this year? I can't even remember at this point.
What
Does
are some-
Spider-Man count, or was that still last year? I don't know.
Last year. It definitely wasn't Suicide Squad.
Oh, no. Oh. We don't go
Guys,
there.
so just
We
to
don't
let you know,
talk
we're
about
like
that.
a super interactive panel, so it's probably best to sit as far forward as you can.
There
like
will
if
be a
you
quiz.
Got these
There-
seats up front. Don't be afraid. You put all that time and money into your cosplay, so we definitely want to see
I know.
it.
Skyrim.
Princess.
Game of the year,
Princess.
Skyrim. Again. It takes it again. It's been
Skyrim.
re-released again or something. I'm just taking a guess.
So I didn't hear anybody say Mortal Kombat 1. All right, Mortal Kombat 1, fan. Come on up here, my man. So who do you main in Mortal Kombat 1?
I main Rain, and my cameo is Chameleon.
Okay, very cool. What did you think of the story mode?
I think it's the best story mode NetherRealm has made for the franchise yet. I absolutely love that they've made so many changes. I think it's really interesting that they made, like, Baraka and Reptile the good guys now. They made They made like Bi-Han stay as Sub-Zero. They made
Spoilers.
sorry, they made Kuai Liang Scorpion, and I just really am liking this whole thing that basically Liu Kang created this new timeline where everybody doesn't try to screw everybody over like they always do in Mortal Kombat.
Right. Yeah, no, that's awesome. Thank you. That's excellent insight. Yeah, I feel the same way. Like, I liked the story mode. A lot of people didn't like it. I don't know why. I guess because it was like that remix to it, but I liked it. Smoke, what did you think of Mortal Kombat 1?
Loved it. 3 names: Homelander, Omni-Man, Peacemaker. Enough said.
What everyone thinks when they think of Mortal Kombat, Amazon Prime shows, basically. Like, but they're good.
Actually, I thought it was HBO Max.
Well, yeah. Well, only Peacemaker. All right.
Oh,
But
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm sure you can watch it on Prime. You can watch anything on Prime.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's true.
They're all there. I don't know. Omni-Man.
we
Is the
can't
strongest,
forget Fallout.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so Fallout.
Fall
are we
in.
switching gears? Are we talking about TV shows now, or
We're just chilling. We got time.
we're just
It's
chilling?
past
Okay.
the controller.
All right,
you know we
let's-
talk about
Remote
everything.
controller, video game. Not yet, because I
have.
never watched Gen V, and then
Well, I
I heard
didn't watch
that
it
was,
yesterday, but you know,
I found out that Gen V was like tied in somewhat.
yes.
I guess not really. And I didn't watch it, so now I'm like, wait, I can't watch the new show because I'm gonna be mad at myself
You know,
when I see an Easter egg for something I haven't watched. I'm
You
like,
know-
I'm not in the loop.
now you know what would be dope? The Boys video game. You know how dope that would be?
Oh, it's coming. It's
you,
coming.
you think it's coming? Hold on. You got to get on the mic so we can
Come
hear
on up
your
here, bud.
question.
He's gonna ask about the Acolyte.
Okay. Out of curiosity, everybody, raise your hand if you only wanted Mortal Kombat, if you only wanted Homelander to be in Mortal Kombat, just so you could do fatalities on him.
It on him or
Definitely
with him?
part of it.
You okay? So you want to hurt
Everything.
Anthony Starr?
Considering his character's a huge D-bag, I don't really think I care.
Well, he got arrested. He got arrested one time, so watch out. He might know some kung fu or something. He got.
Yo, he was awesome on Banshee. Anthony Starr is the man.
So what kind of? I'm trying to imagine
Wait,
what a
we're
boys
cutting
video
to Kevin
game
the
would
sound
be
guy. We
like.
need
Because
it.
I'm
Give
thinking
me
it
the
would.
other mic.
Sorry, what's going on? There we go.
Homelander or what? Sure. I don't know what I just agreed to fully.
See, I imagine a really good boys game would have to be like a Telltale game. You know, something with like multiple moral outcomes, because that's kind of like what the comic and the TV show are about. These different like morality issues and things and your choices and stuff. So like Telltale games, can you imagine
Well,
that? That would be amazing.
That's like the Diabolical or whatever that was called, like that animated show just with quick time events. Like just do that, right? Just make it look cool, make it look fun, and just yeah. It's
There you
so
go.
hard to like. How can you make that many characters? Like, there's too many power sets. Like how you, I don't know. What kind of game would it be? Like a Spider-Man? Would it be
You
like
stop,
a Telltale?
stop with Spider-Man. Okay, listen, I gotta take your side. Listen, young one. There's more than one video game out there than Spider-Man. And I want you to imagine this world as not just having one other game or two or even 3 or 10. Millions of video games that are
Wait.
not Spider-Man.
Would it be like Batman?
There you go. Now you're talking.
See,
All
that's
right.
that's nothing
Batman.
like the other one.
Now, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Hot take. The boys video game could be like Kill the Justice League, but good.
Yeah. Or so
Okay.
so Guardians of the Galaxy. I got you.
Oh wait.
It's
The
hard to
question-
imagine a bad game is good, but I see what you're saying. I'm on board. All right.
No, wait, but the question is, are we playing as the Seven or are we playing as the boys? That's the point. What perspective are we taking? With
Both.
Telltale, you could do something like
Both.
that. Both.
Play as
Por qué no
Butcher.
los dos?
You play as Butcher
You play as
You're
Butcher?
choosing your
You can do
faction,
that.
basically.
or Mother's Milk.
All right,
You
we have
can't
another
say his
comment
full
here.
name right now.
Well, interesting
nothing wrong
tidbit
with
for
Mother's
you.
Milk.
For No More Heroes 3, the original script actually got some edits because the creator Studio 51 said it was too similar to The Boys. But I do still see some of it in the final script, though, particularly with the main antagonist, Fu.
Okay.
Not a friendly everyone's their friend.
Nice. Okay. I'm down with that. Very
So
good.
it was edgy, is what you're saying. Over the top. There's a fine line. There's a little gray area.
So it's funny, like I'm sorry, go ahead. I was going to say it's funny that we as gamers, we're kind of hypocritical sometimes because we always claim that we want something new that we haven't seen before, somebody to try an idea or something that's brand new and experimental and completely untouched. And yet we're all the same gamers who are always like, well, that game isn't like this game, or I really wish they would remake that game, or why can't this game be more like something else I've played that's familiar? It's tough. You know, a lot of people to, make happy when you're making a video game. I don't know. Back to the issue of the Game of the Year thing, though. I want to circle back because that's kind of where we started. What do you guys think so far? Or do you anticipate there's a game in the near future that is like a shoo-in for Game of the Year?
You know what? I will say this. I think one of the top best games this year, it hasn't even come out yet, but it's coming, Black Myth Wukong.
That does look interesting.
Black Myth Wukong. Anybody? Any fans? I got to be honest.
Really?
It's not on my
Wait,
radar
how
either.
many of
Dragon
y'all
Ball
love
fan?
Dragon Ball?
You don't like Dragon Ball?
You all like Dragon Ball Z?
Everybody likes Dragon Ball. There you go.
Okay, the inspiration because of Dragon Ball Z is the Monkey King. The Monkey King, the game that's coming out, Black Myth Wukong, is based on the Monkey King. So you get to play as the original concept of
The OG.
Gohan or Goku.
Goku.
Yes, or
Son
Goku.
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 Son Wukong.
Yes.
The
So
Four Tails
trust
from
me-
Naruto.
Trust
the
me, you will want to play this game.
Enslaved Odyssey of the West. God of High School. There's been 1,000 of them. It's a tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme. Thank you.
Beauty and the Beast. Oh, nah, that's cool. Yeah, I tend to think that the Game of the Year, I still think Helldivers actually does have a shot, even though that is a very unpolished game in some regards. It's still a little wonky, still getting its foothold. But yeah, I mean, there's some great games on the horizon. You got the Tomb Raider trilogy remake coming out. That looks cool. You got
Call of Duty.
I'm looking at Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta. That if that game is as good as the previews make it look, man, that's gonna be one hell of a game.
It's not this year, but there's Monster Hunter Wilds come probably Q1 this coming year.
That looks very ambitious. It's crazy. They can't like don't even think about putting it on a Switch or anything like that. It is not gonna work. We need oh man. You ever play Monster Hunter?
Yeah, Monster Hunter. So yeah, I got it for free back in the day when it first came out, and everybody was clamoring for it, but nobody knew how to play it yet. And it was funny.
That's why I stopped playing.
Yeah, it was. Everybody kind of had like their own way to play it, and the longer you play it, the more simple the game becomes. Like it shrinks the world down. You start to get better at it, and you feel more confident. As with a lot of different games. Like, I mean, do you still play it?
No, that's the thing. Like, I have a buddy who's like, yeah, we'll play it, and then I just never played it. There's
Yeah.
like a DLC, Iceborne. I don't know. I didn't keep up. That's what happened. My friend tried to get me to use the Insect Glaive. Is that what it's called? The thing. They're like, whatever. He's like, this is an easy one, guy who's never played before. And I'm like, flipping in the air and stuff. It was ridiculous.
You have to sharpen your sword, or else you can't cut
sure?
the thing. It's like, oh my god. Yeah, the inventory system and all that stuff is a little confusing to me at first. How many other Monster Hunter fans do we have? Yeah. Okay. Great game. Yeah. Yeah. Totally. It's fun. You got to play with people that know how to play though, because like they'll make you a better player. You know, a lot like Helldivers. I'm gonna be honest. I'm still rocking the armor that my man over here told me to rock. Kevin, Kevin Sound Guy. The Scout armor makes the game so much more playable. You learn stuff with the groups that you're in. You know, Smoke, same thing, man. What you got? What have you learned by playing Helldivers with me?
Teach us.
I've said this for a long time. I'm not a big fan. I've never been a big fan of multiplayer games. Even for PvP, was it PvP or PvE?
PvE.
Whatever.
VE.
Public Enemy. I don't know. Public Enemy.
Pub-
But I will say this: Helldivers, for the first time ever, was one of the few games that I enjoy playing multiplayer. And I mean, nothing toxic. Everybody's been teaming up, camaraderie. You know, you have a few idiots now and then, but they're far in between. One of the highly recommended game if you want to just work with other people from around the world, not just here in the States, but Japan, France, England. We played a whole bunch of different people from around the world on Helldivers. And it's about taking care of a mission, getting the mission accomplished, and getting something done, and getting rewarded for all the accomplishments you made. That's right. And that liberty
his
tastes so
liberty.
good. So yes, I highly recommend that game. I have both the digital and the physical. That's always been so we had
Do we
this
applaud
rating
that?
thing.
That seems
Well,
not
we had
smart
this
with your
rating thing.
finances.
Hey, redundancy.
You know, we talked about that rating thing that will we buy the physical or will we buy the digital?
That's one of our tiers.
Yeah, it's one of our tiers. So,
like, in
I
our
would
tier
buy the
list-
physical and the digital, and I own both.
That means like S rank. It means if Eric spent double the money when he didn't have to, that means it's a really good game. But a poor financial choice. Like just waiting for it to come to Game Pass. I paid full price for Jedi Survivor. It's on Game Pass now.
Not when you can afford it.
Yes, obviously you
Boom.
can afford it. Goodness great. Boom. I got boomed.
Oh man. All right.
Sid, what did you learn from Helldivers?
What did I what?
What did you learn from
learn?
Helldivers?
What I learned? Well, like I said, I mean, Kevin was very cool. He was instrumental in getting me some strategies going. One thing I learned about
We love Kevin.
Helldivers is you guys play, obviously, right? Some of these people play Helldivers. Yeah, it's a fun game. It's pretty cool. I played the original Helldivers back in the PS3, PS4 era, and it was more of like a top-down twin-stick shooter, so completely different style of game. I've loved twin-stick shooters forever. Like, remember like Robotron and games like Smash TV? It's going way back to the arcade era, but those were fun games, and you know, it was kind of like you had a totally different isometric view of the field. It was neat. So when I jumped into Helldivers 2, I was like, wow, this all looks super familiar, but now you're like right there, like third person, right behind all the action, and you know, it's like overwhelming, but it's so cool how like Arrowhead Games, like they totally took a really successful formula and made it all, you know, much more successful. Now everybody's talking about that game. It's crazy. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's a weird time in gaming right now because you have this sort of thing going on, and we've talked about on our show. If you've ever seen any episodes, we talked about this. It's like what's going on right now with all these developers and things like this. Like some of these developers who are cranking out really good games, like Arcane Studios and all these other, you know, really quality studios out there that they're either getting laid off or they're just completely going under. It's like a scary time. And I ask this, and not in a rhetorical way, but why is this happening? This is the first time, I think, in about 35 years that I've seen the industry kind of doing this little wobble. And what's really weird is it's coming at the heels of, like, last year was probably one of the best years in gaming ever. I mean, we got more top-tier, excellent games last year than maybe any year I can remember. And there was a Spider-Man game, too. You know what I mean? Because he's so freaking predictable. I knew he was going to say Spider-Man.
Well, here's
Anyway.
why. Like, dude, I can agree to your point because, like, I'm looking through my catalog. Everything I play currently is, like, old. It's nothing current until, like, I don't know. Like, I just don't want to pay those prices. Like, the only reason I'm considering Call of Duty again is because it's going to be on Game Pass. If it wasn't, it'd be, like,
Yeah.
$120 or something probably. Like, and I ain't doing all that. Like, it's not worth it. I'm playing Black Ops 2 with my girlfriend, like the old one, having way more fun than, you know, Robo Dogs or whatever we're up to now in this one. Oh, we got Kevin.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat with the Call of Duty thing. Game Pass is the only reason I'm getting it. However, I'm not prepared for that download size. It's over 300 gigabytes.
I am no longer considering Call of Duty. This is you heard it here first. I'm taking a stand. No more. Oh, my goodness.
So if we had such a great year in gaming last year, and the gaming industry makes more money than every other form of media put together, let me explain what that means. So radio, TV, the music industry, film industry, streaming, all that stuff. If you took all of that revenue and put it all together, that does not equal what the video game industry does. It is the #1 entertainment industry in the world, and it has been for several years. So all this success? Why are we seeing all these layoffs? Why are we seeing closings? I need to hear some answers. So, my man right here, come on up and tell us what you think. No wrong
There
answers,
isn't
by
a
the way.
quiz after this, right?
I think it's because a lot of games nowadays have just lost their replayability. So when people play them, especially a lot of like the story-driven games, like Still Wakes the Deep is a game I just played, you can't replay that and get like the same experience or even a different one from when you played the first time. And that's why games like DayZ, where every life you live is always different, it's an older game, but it keeps bringing me back because you never know what's going to happen.
No, that's actually very insightful. So, yeah, I mean, that speaks to, like, what the game is at its core. Like, I mean, I played Last of Us 2, and I thought it was amazing. But I only played it once. Like, in a couple of years when I have a hankering to play it again, like maybe right before the third one comes out, like, I'll play it again. But I don't feel the need to necessarily, like, replay it right now. What do you think?
I played Spider-Man PS4 maybe 5 times. I've only played through Spider-Man 2 once. I feel like that, like, it's crazy to me because, like, I replayed 1 to play for 2 again, and then, like, I went back and tried to replay 2 recently just for, like, when they had the, like, mission replay just for some cool stuff. And I was like, I didn't remember how to play. I was doing the original game's controls and everything like that. Like, it's weird. I don't know. Like,
All right, Princess Peach
noticing
has a
parallels.
theory. What do you got?
That's so cool.
I think that it's because people spoil things, and the window of spoiling, like when it's acceptable, is getting like smaller and smaller. So you can just go online and everyone uploads cutscenes within a week of new games, like
Streaming, yeah, and all
Yeah.
that YouTube.
all them YouTubes. So it kind of ruins the appeal of let me go play this when I can just watch somebody play it and then it's done.
Sure. But that defeats the purpose.
Yeah,
You're a
there's
pirate.
that
But
phenomenon
when-
with people just like watching other people play video games online. That you think that kind of waters down the product. In other words,
That and like when games are like so expensive nowadays and so many people are playing the same thing, you might as well just watch somebody play it and it's like, oh, I'm watching a friend play it, which is kind of parasocial, but at the same time, like, I'd rather watch someone play it.
Someone who got a review copy
A
for
little
free.
bit, yeah.
I don't think it'd take my $80.
all right. So guys, we have a microphone set up right over there. If we want to kind of
ahead.
walk over there, just speak clearly into the microphone with a
We
little bit
turn
of
one of
volume.
them-
We don't have a monitor up here. It's a little difficult to hear, but
We
just
could always
go
just
ahead.
turn one to face us.
Well, speaking about all prices and all that, it's all good? Still good? Okay.
yeah.
Particularly with even Spider-Man in question, it's budget controls. Particularly, I remember seeing, I forget the exact charts, but it was comparing Sony and Nintendo's like profits. Like Sony had made more money, but they didn't actually profit as much as Nintendo did, for example. So they're just putting too much money in, not receiving it back.
Well, it's funny you mention. All right, so one of the games I play a lot is I've mentioned this before, but it's Dead by Daylight.
It's the
right?
Marvel approach.
So there are like those service level games, right, that have to always create and generate more revenue. So they have these DLCs, but then you get people that complain that there are DLCs, which are optional. But how else do you expect a game that came out 8 years ago to survive? I mean, you have
8
to draw
years?
revenue. Dead by Daylight came out 8 years ago, and they put out DLC. That's just
Wow.
optional. You know, nobody's forcing you to do it. But I always hear people complain like, "Oh man, they always make me spend money." I'm like, well, number one, they're not making you, and number two, they have to substantiate that game. They have to always drive new revenue, especially with the, licensing rights and things like this. They have to keep things fresh. So, yeah, I mean, I think like understanding the economy of making a game and sustaining a game is important. I think it's fine that we all know this. That's fine. Why do big companies not know this? Why does Microsoft not understand this? I mean, they're one of the most financially successful industries in the world. Yeah, he's got some. I'm not trying to beat
Yeah,
up on
get
Microsoft,
angry.
but like, why is this happening? What do you guys think?
I don't
And
know.
you're more in tune with like the Xbox scene than I am. What's going on? What's with the closures of all these studios?
Well, you're talking about as far as the price increase, or are you talking about as far as
I'm talking about why do they buy studios and then they go under 5 minutes later?
it's a matter of having that corporate. It's a corporate thing. To me, it's always been a corporate thing. And I've talked about this before. I was never a big fan of when You had Hi-Fi Rush. Xbox had one of the best games that came out, last year, right?
Yep.
All of a sudden they closed down the company, knowing that this, and yet they want to brag and say, yeah, we're innovating and we're changing the face of gaming and all, but yet you're killing all these companies, and for what? To make a little bit of profit or a tax return? Come on. I really get irritated because they're trying to put away all these people that are creating games, independent gamers, independent game companies. My thing is to that is like, I just get sick and tired of these big companies. Like PlayStation, to their credit, at least they're trying to put out all these independent games on their systems and everything else. But I just don't like how the practices of Xbox and Microsoft is putting out. Like anything that they've been putting out lately has been trash. Come on. I'm like, Starfield. I was rooting for that game to be good, and it was trash. It wasn't like a Cyberpunk 2077. It was trash. And they're like, oh, we're gonna update. We're gonna make promises, and falling short. And yet we're putting out all this money, $70. I mean, the only thing they have going for themselves right now, I say, is Game Pass. Game Pass is the only thing they have going, because they do have a vast variety of games that you can play, but at the cost of just what?
Well,
Cutting other companies under their legs?
But is that like, I mean, Hi-Fi Rush, no one really like bought it. Most people, I think, played it.
Well, because
on
they
Game
didn't
Pass,
come out with physical copies.
Exactly.
Until
So
recently.
like, you know, they
And
push the Game Pass thing, and then it's like they don't get the physical sales
Right.
like they
but
used to.
Sid
yeah.
made a good point a while back. Right when they were about to put out the physical copy, was it limited?
Yeah, so funny story. I didn't even
Right.
tell you this. So one of the vendors that's here, who's always been here, is Limited Run Games. And I always support their stuff. I think it's cool that they come out with physical media. And when we were setting up our stuff, I went over, I talked to one of the guys from Limited Run Games, and I said, so what's up? When are we going to see the physical copies of Hi-Fi Rush come out for PS5? And he just kind of looked at me and goes, I can't really talk about it. And he didn't look very positive. I'm not trying to infer anything, but it's just kind of like, it's just a sore subject with everybody, because it feels like it's one of those games that's like, darn, man, like I hope this thing doesn't get buried in time. Like, it's a great game. I want the physical copy of it, but he just looked at me like, yeah, we kind of can't talk about it. And I was like, oh,
The
you know.
physical and the digital.
And you know, like, if they knew that was coming out, they would have been the first ones to hype it up and be like, oh, yeah, you can reserve it next month. It's going to be great. Everything's going to be great. No, it wasn't that. So I was like, oh, darn.
I say we go to the audience.
Go for it, Ken.
So I do agree that Game Pass is probably the only thing that Xbox has going for it right now, because it really doesn't have like any exclusives to itself. And watching their showcase that came out a couple weeks ago, I sat there with a friend, and we thought it was going to be garbage, and then they announced Doom Dark Ages,
That
and
looks
then
awesome.
Gears E-Day.
looks awesome.
And that was like the only two things that actually looked worthwhile playing. And then in between there, you had Bethesda with their online service game, Elder Scrolls. Well, I was like, oh, wait, maybe Bethesda's doing something, releasing something. So it was like world premiere or something, and it was just DLC.
World premiere.
Yeah. And then same with Bethesda for the Starfield update. They weren't really adding anything except, oh, here's a shop for you to pay for like new stuff. And I think another thing that's killing the industry is online service games. Games like Destiny, where you can't even play the original story anymore because they've added so much to the game that you have to pay for to play anyways, that you can't go back because they're trying to cut down on storage. And if you were to get that game as a free-to-play, I was playing with a friend the other day on Destiny, you can't do like jack. Like, you can't do anything on that game unless you spend at least $30 on the first DLC, which will get you like 3 missions.
You know, I'm going to just say this. You know, with that Xbox presentation, it was nice. It was like window shopping. Very nice, very nice. But unless I see actual gameplay, to me, it's a bait and switch. It's, oh, yeah, look, we're still hanging in there. We're still in the game. But we're going to show you these cinematic trailers, but no gameplay. Now, they had 1 or 2 trailers that had gameplay, and I was like, okay, I'm looking forward to seeing if they're going to actually put it out. When they say pre-order, that's when I believe it. 2 things. You show me gameplay, show me a pre-order date, and when it's coming out, I'll believe it. Until then, like Gears of War. I'm a big Gears of War fan. Hung out with Cliffy B. I was a part of the whole Gears of War celebration and everything. They had me in the high reels
he had his armor.
as one of the
legit.
gearheads. But E-Day came out. Trailer was phenomenal. I have to see gameplay. I don't care how much I may love the franchise of any game. Show me gameplay. Don't tease me and make me wait 2 or 3 years just to say the game is coming. The game is coming.
That's
Fable.
why I thought the Nintendo Direct was especially good this year, if anybody saw it, because we finally got to see Metroid Prime 4. And man, they were talking about, like, people that saw that, they were like, this looks so good, it can't even run on the Switch. And Nintendo was like, no, that's the Switch.
Well, how long have we waited for Fable?
That's never going to happen.
Right,
that game is
but
never
they keep putting out these cinematic trailers, but we've been waiting for Fable, 20 years? Maybe longer? I mean, come on. Again, Xbox, they're good grifters. I'll tell you, there's some good grifters. They've gotten comfortable. They've gotten lazy. They just think that, we give you a game here and there. We'll throw you some crumbs. But you're going to pay $70 in order to get that.
You remember how you feel because you recognize something. That's all that Gears trailer was. I'm excited for it, and I hope a return to form would be good. It's what a lot of these franchises are already doing.
But even when they put out the trailer back in the day, when Gears of War came out and they played the REM trailer, that was actual gameplay. Like and they actually had, within a week, they showed gameplay of the game after they put out the trailer. The trailer was phenomenal. I was just like, oh my God, when am I going to get my hands on this game? So again, it's just the companies have gotten to a point now where they just want to bait you in. They're like, we got this game. There was a PlayStation game that was supposed to come out 3 or 4 years ago. We didn't know what the game was about. Before we go any further, we have our fourth Beetle slash host.
All right, so in the meantime, we have an audience question here. What were you going to contribute? Yeah, go ahead, man.
Are we going to introduce?
The primary thing that I was thinking
closer to the mic. I'm sorry. Get right up on it.
Thank you. So the primary thing I was thinking about is when we refer to Microsoft closing down their 4 big development studios is because Microsoft, the decision to buy out those development companies or those devs is the same that they use for Microsoft Office and that budget. So it used to be in a state where Xbox just needed to break even in order to make ends meet across the board. But now, because the bigger higher-ups over at the Office side and the corporation side of Microsoft is looking like, hey, we spent $70 million, we're only seeing Game Pass subscriptions because the only way that these games are being pushed, as presented earlier, is through Game Pass. Not a lot of people want to buy it. It's a great deal to just get a new game and download it. When the development goes in and they have this huge budget for these games like Hi-Fi Rush and these really amazing games, they don't see the sales reflected in that. So now Microsoft is thinking, well, now we're not getting any return on investment. We're 70 million in a hole, and it's not breaking even anymore. And so it's a very tragic tale, but it's just a matter of the corporate ladder looking at it as no longer entertainment and art, more as a way to make ends meet. And that's just kind of where everything's falling apart and where we're seeing the marketing department saying these great things about, the Hi-Fi Rush development studio and then shutting it down 4 months later.
I think there's a difference. There's a difference between when we see a studio come out and creates a game like Redfall, and you're like, all right, well, that game didn't make its money, and it's sad, but unfortunately, I can draw, I can connect the dots and say, okay, well, it makes sense why that studio didn't make revenue. Maybe they had a couple bad games. But what really perplexes me is these studios have come out with major hits, and they still have a problem. They still can't make it work. And with no further ado, I want to introduce you guys. You're chatting them up earlier, but this is Mark Knuckles Carter, who just came back.
What's up, everybody? Thank y'all so much for having me here.
What up?
Holy crap.
Welcome back, buddy.
Mark?
We had so many, panels. I just got done with, some call me Johnny, man. First of all, real big YouTuber.
How'd that go? Yeah?
Amazing dude. First of all, that's hilarious, dude. I can't stop crying, man. It was just a comedy show.
Did some call him Johnny?
Some call me Johnny, yeah.
Did
I don't know if
you
does
call
anybody
him
hear
Johnny?
from Some Call Me Johnny, or y'all just, yeah? Okay, so yeah, there you go. You already know how hilarious it was.
You didn't tell them we were going to have prizes then, because...
Oh, man. They had Calorie Mate, man, which was great. It tastes like nothing. They did. Oh, my God. Johnny ate one, man, and just like he almost vomited, man. That was hilarious. I'm sorry, dude. All right, anyway.
Did you
listen.
eat one?
No, I don't even know. That's Civic, man. Civic eats that crap, man.
You said it's silly.
This is what?
We got another question up here.
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
for it.
What's going on?
So this is actually a response to the original question about why there's such a confusion between how much people consume video games and how much the entertainment industry benefits from video games and what these companies are doing. So I think it's important to remember that both Sony and Microsoft, they're not video game companies. They're software companies. And in this field, the game is market dominance. So this horizontal integration across the board. This is why they're buying up all the studios whose actions they can't predict, the ones that come up with things that they couldn't even throw money at.
Right.
They buy them, they shrink them down, and if they can't package them into a way the shareholders like, they dump them. And it happens over and over again. You see it with Microsoft, you see it with Sony, you see it with Apple, you see it with Google, you see it with Samsung. It's just finally made its way to the video game industry because now hardware doesn't matter as much. That's why you see Xbox moving into this Xbox everywhere thing where they might not even make another Xbox console after the next one because they just want to push the software. And eventually it's all just going to be pigeonholed into a way that is very easy for them to pull the strings on, similar to the way DLC works.
I
That's
almost
good. Very good
wish
statement.
Kevin, the sound guy, didn't move the thing over because it was so sad what you said, but so true. And I heard it so clearly once he moved the speaker over because it's so hard to hear up here up until then. You are
That's
so
very
right.
good. You're right.
I'm so sad now. Can we talk? Let's talk. Spider-Man 2 was good the first time around, at least, all right? That's all I'm saying, okay?
I could have done without that hairstyle on Miles Morales. That's all
Yeah,
I'm
I mean,
saying.
whatever. Anyway, in the Acolyte.
That Colgate costume. Come on.
Oh, wait, sorry. Everyone's got their hair now.
All right,
Great.
so you
Moving
said
on.
something extremely important. You said that hardware doesn't matter. And I felt that. I used to, coming up through like the 16-bit console wars and even before that, and even since then, you always feel like hardware is the thing that is the great divider between what is the superior and inferior product. And the older I get, the more I realize not only is hardware not really important, but I think hardware on a long enough timeline is going to be so homogenized where we're only going to be playing on PCs. For the first time in my life, I'm convinced. Hold on, because I want to explain why. Because as you pointed out, and I think it's very true, Microsoft in particular is really leading the charge to sort of wean people away from console gaming in a traditional manner. And I have always said, like, every game you play is actually a PC game because every game was made on a PC. Almost every console game is a port of a version that was on a PC. I mean, you would be super technical about it. We've all been playing PC games. So that whole, I hate the
Just a
phrase,
downgraded kind of
I hate
PC.
the phrase PC master race. That's so gross. I hate that. But the spirit behind it, like, I kind of understand it. Like, I'm like, all right, yeah. I mean, that kind of gave rise to like modern gaming.
Well, technically speaking, consoles were made on PCs.
Isn't that what I just?
Wait,
yeah.
you said that too.
Okay.
But
All right.
listen, what I'm
How
saying,
you doing, Mark? What do you got to add?
But what I'm saying is, there's that part in Spider-Man 2 where
I'm gonna punch you in the head.
Was this a bit,
No, you're
man,
not.
of Spider-Man 2 that he keeps saying throughout the whole panel?
Because before you came up here, he referenced Spider-Man again like 3 times.
Yeah. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, man, just be prepared for an era where there's nothing but everything streamed. We're going to get that no more hardware, none of that crap, man, streamed. Yes. Tell your sons, tell your daughters, streamed is going to be the new thing in 2089. I'm telling you right now, man, seriously. 2089.
Is that kind of like the Ouya or whatever that piece of garbage was you bought?
Whatever. What was it? I forgot the name, and I bought it, man. What was that again? It was the Steam something. No, Stream. No, there was Google something. The Google Stadia. Thank you. Yeah, I was the one. I was the guinea pig.
System?
I was the guinea pig that bought that
was
for
your favorite
the
system?
group to review it, and I said this thing sucked. It sucked. But
you
that's
did-
the
but
future.
You did buy that.
That's the. I was a founder.
Yes, you were.
I spent so much money on that, man. I wish I could
know.
have it back.
I remember. We remember.
That was tax money, man. But yeah, like I said, regardless, everything is going to be streamed no matter what, man. I feel like you said, that the whole era of the hardware, man, is going to die out soon. Yes, it will.
I didn't say a word. No, I think that you are unfortunately right. But I don't think the infrastructure is there yet. I think that it's going to be a long time till we get internet that is. Look, man, I can't even play 3 rounds of Helldivers back to back without the thing
You're
kicking
crashing.
me off. So
Oh my God.
it's a whole other kind of subject. But I get what you're saying. What's going on, man? What you got?
First of all, I
what we
want
got?
your shirt. I want your shirt now, dude. Like the swap.
It'll cost ya.
We'll swap shirts after the show. I got you.
I'm kidding. I just wanted to address right away when you guys brought up the whole thing about Metroid Prime 4, like finally getting a gameplay reveal trailer. I just kind of can't help but kind of make a comparison to like when Digimon Survive got announced.
Mm-hmm.
Like when it first got announced, like we saw a bit of gameplay, then COVID hit, and it got delayed over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
And literally, Bandai's only advertisement for it was literally just showing the opening cutscene over and over again.
You just answered your own question without even knowing it. What company made that game?
Bandai Namco.
All right. What company makes Metroid?
Nintendo.
Yeah. See, that's and not to be a jackass. I'm just being, but there is a difference. Nintendo. Let's get down to it, okay? Every company has like their strength and their weakness. The one thing that Nintendo does extremely well is they always protect their IPs, and they always make sure they're high quality. You name me the really crappiest recent like Nintendo made game. It's tough because they make great games. Like, you say what you want about Nintendo, I think that's their strength. I mean, they're not going to put out a Mario game and people are going to be like, oh, this kind of sucks. Like, what was the last bad Mario game? What was the last bad Zelda game? The worst Zelda game is probably better than most games. Like, I hate to say it, but they're really exceptional in what they do. Their first-party games are superb. They really are. They basically bat almost 1,000. But they'll sue your pants off if you write some sheet music about their songs.
Was that what you did?
No.
Okay.
No, that was in the news recently. So you know how Nintendo always, they sue anybody who shares ROMs or infringes upon their intellectual properties or something. So somebody came out and made some sheet music based on a popular Nintendo game, and distributed it free. Nintendo still sued them. For giving away something non-monetized
so wait a minute.
Nintendo didn't even create.
So 2 years ago, I made a rap song about Mario. Am I going to get sued or?
I'm going to sue you. What? Did you really?
I did.
Let's hear it.
I ain't going to do it.
No? Come on, I laid it down for you. Then what? Oh.
Man, dude, I got to get my I got to get my lyrics.
You were not prepared for that, were you?
I was not
You didn't
prepared.
know. Yeah, that's how we do.
No, plus we got to film. No, we ain't gonna put that on the internet, man. I would get sued as well too. I'm good. No.
Nintendo hits you up. We're gonna sue you.
No, I'm good. No, I'm not trying. I'm poor already. Hey. Oh my
But
God.
back to your question, does that? I mean, I understand the parallel, but it's not like you're gonna have like an Aliens, Colonial Marines kind of thing where they like completely bait and switch you. Like, do I believe that Metroid Prime 4 is gonna look like that? Yeah. You know why? Because the gaming public has been tricked way too many times now, and I think that they would call shenanigans immediately, and they will. If that game comes out, you know how rabid the Metroid fan base is? Yeah, I mean, like, we care about that franchise. So if it comes out and is poo-poo, people are gonna talk.
I just think half the problem is when Namco kept advertising the game, they just kept showing the opening cutscene over and over again, not even some gameplay. And then lo and behold, when the game finally came out, it's a visual novel with RPG elements. Everybody's going, the frick is this?
Yeah.
And I'm like thinking, maybe if you didn't show the opening cutscene as your only advertisement, people wouldn't get mad and confused.
That's the way they suck you in too, man. You got to remember.
Third-party developers, they can kind of get away with that a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe. But first-party developers, no way. Sony pulled that nonsense, or Nintendo, of America. If they don't, my God. Yeah, people go nuts.
It's like how many times that happened to us when we watched like the Game Awards or even Summer Game Festival that just happened recently, and you only get like maybe a 2-second clip or like just a logo or something, right? And you're not going to hear that game. Matter of fact, we just talked about that last episode. We talked about that oh my God, what was it? Remember I told you, and we love the guy too, and I can't wait to see more of it, man. Hideo Kojima came out with, what's it called, man? My man, Jordan Peele, right? And he says, yeah, stay tuned. How long ago was that? That was 2 years ago, wasn't it? Was it last year or was it 2 years ago? Yeah. He's like, yeah, I'm going to do, we're going to do a game. We're going to show a little bit of it. Man, this was before they showed Death Stranding 2, right? And so they was like, yeah, they're doing a new IP. Now, we're excited. We're all Kojima stans, right? And we were like, yeah, this is going to be so dope. He's like, yeah, stay tuned. That's 2 years ago. How long am I going to stay tuned for, man? And then I'm afraid because, like you said, oh, my God, what if the game is not what it's going to be like, man? And you just give us some sort of crap. Like,
I'll give you an example. What happened with Transformers Reactivate?
Dude.
That was over 2.5 years ago that they showed like that 30-second clip, and then nobody said anything. I think the game is dead, but nobody wants to say that. You know, so it's a weird industry. I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. You know, during the gaming crash of '84, because I was that old, or '83 rather, I was that old, so I remember it actually. Video games just kind of like basically went away overnight. And as a kid, we didn't know what was happening. Like, we don't understand sometimes, you know, like when you're younger, you don't follow like industry trends and stuff, and you realize in what dire situation like the industry is in. And don't ever give me that too big to fail stuff, because as we see right now, there have been over 8,000 layoffs in the gaming industry since 1 year ago today. 8,000. And I know you were like, well, that's kind of a small number in the grand scope. No, it's not when you consider how many studios went under. You know how many studios went under? Over 300.
Yeah.
That's when you start to go, oh, crap. That's a lot of studios. 300? What? So it's scary, man. You were around in '83. What say you, man?
Yeah, I was 13 at that time. No, it went by.
Can't hear you. Microphone.
It was. You got the volume?
There you go.
There you go. No, it was crazy back then, and we didn't know what was going on. It was like, okay, everything kind of died out. Then all of a sudden, Super Nintendo, Sega, and all that stuff. That's when everything started picking back up. But there was a period where it was dry. Nothing was going on. It was very dry.
Very dry.
Like Alka-Seltzer.
Need some water?
Alka-Seltzer dry. So, wait. Go ahead, ask your question.
I was just going to say thank you for letting me get that piece off my mind.
Absolutely.
I mean, Digimon Survive is a good game. Don't get me wrong. It's just everybody was a little annoyed. It was
confusing.
It's a RPG it's a visual novel with RPG. Again, Namco, if you actually showed the gameplay and gave a little more info, maybe you wouldn't have confused people so much.
Yeah. The crazy thing is it was mixed reviews, but the people that I talked to that played the game said that they actually like it. I mean, I guess I talked to a lot of visual novel people that love that play the game as well too. So, you know, yeah. But people actually do like the game. I was actually watching some gameplay and liked it.
Go ahead. Oh.
I just bought Cyber Sleuth because
Into the mic. Into the mic like this.
Don't you wish you had a voice like mine?
Is this mic dying?
No, two mic it. Oh my God! You should have got a picture of that, please.
Oh my God!
Oh, I would have used that for me.
I can see it in your eyes.
Don't sing to me.
This one's yours. This is
I know,
me working with this one. Everything worked out. Kevin's got it.
Testing.
Round of applause for Kevin, everybody. Yeah.
Love you, Kev.
Yeah, Kev.
Love you,
We love
Kev.
Kev. Everyone in the house say Kev.
Oh my God.
All right. Yeah. No, I bought it because I was rewatching 01 and 02. I'm in the middle of Tamers right now. I really want to meet Steve Bloom. I have my thing from Gallantmon, my toy I found at my parents' house in the basement. I want to get him to sign it. It's, you know, look, Japan has brainwashed boys my age to like red and black dragon dinosaur things. It happens in Power Rangers, it happens in Digimon, and he voiced so many of them, so I want to go over there. But I've been playing Cyber Sleuth because, like, I want to raise up a Guillemon.
Yeah,
Pokemon,
same,
Yu-Gi-Oh,
facts.
all of that.
Yeah,
Red
Yu-Gi-Oh.
and black dragons are awesome. All right, it's cool, okay? I will die on this hill that so many other people will as well, I think. Look at how we're surrounded. It's okay. Well, the backdrop really okay.
Oh my God.
Emerald stage. Is that what they put us here?
Emerald Stage,
Did
exactly.
no one put this together? Kev, did you set this up? Oh, Peach. Okay. Peach has got us. Thank you, Peach. Let's go.
All right, Ken, go
All
for
right,
it, man.
new question.
I wanted to go back to the streaming service stuff. You guys said that we're not really there yet, but I want to argue that we are, because for about 2 years, I used a program called Shadow PC. It was a subscription that you can do on any PC, and as long as you have decent internet, you can connect to a PC in the cloud, and it's not like NVIDIA GeForce Now.
Right.
It's its own personal PC that you can customize and do whatever you want to.
Yeah.
So I believe that is the one thing that got me into PC gaming more and got me to go get my own PC when I did eventually get the money. And that thing ran really well, except for maybe the couple times, once or twice a week, where it would buffer sometimes, and
Right.
the screen would tear, but it would last for 2 seconds, and that would be it.
Question. So did that platform stream all of the assets for the game, or did you have to have local files stored?
No, it was its own PC in the cloud, so you're just streaming from that PC, so
Okay.
all its files were on the PC.
What was the
PC.
minimum network requirements for that?
Probably
speed-wise?
25 megabytes a second.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
really.
no, so there you go. So that 25 megabytes per second. So that's not super high, but it's not really quite the United States standard yet. A lot of people still, believe it or not, don't have access to that speed, believe it or not. I'm getting a little feedback, sorry. A little bit, testing, 1, 2, 3, there we go, okay. So yeah, I just didn't want to blow you guys out. No, but your point is well taken. I think we're going to get there. We'll get there when, it's not just about the technical aspect that we're not there. One of the main reasons we're not there is because you need buy-in from everyone. Developers, marketers, you need the online, infrastructure, things like this. So until we get a complete systemic buy-in, it's, because you get old heads like me who still want we want to own a disc.
Same.
It's my fault that we're not moving
Same.
along. It's guys like me who seriously, I want to own a game.
Yeah.
I'm tired of renting them. First of all, I really don't like the idea of going completely digital, but I detest the idea of going completely streamed. I hate it.
Yeah.
I think from a collector's point of view, that sucks, man. I don't want to, I've been collecting games all my life, so all of a sudden, basically, you're taking away a really key component of what it is that makes me a gamer. And we're going to circle back to that in just a moment. Go ahead.
No, because again, like I said, I agree with you as well too. And we were getting weaned off of it, man. And again, I'm old. I'm not as old as them, but I'm old enough to appreciate.
And I'm not as old as you.
Dude, you're old. But yeah, we're getting weaned off of it. And like I said, just with your example, and just with my example too, even though my example sucked with the Google, it's going to be a time where we're going to have to, convert to it. Look at the special editions, or not the special editions, man. Every hardware that we get, man, always have some sort of digital addition to it, man. You know what I'm saying? We never had that back in the 90s. We never had that in the early 2000s. You know what I'm saying? It's slowly weaning. So it's it's going to suck, but by the time we're grandfathers, man, it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Why is it that these companies, they want our money, and they get to keep our money. They get to feel our money. But we can't hold a video game anymore. And they'll tell us when they're done with us playing it. I hate handing over that much control. That to me sucks. I can go back in the day, I can plug in an Atari game, a Vectrex, Super Nintendo. I know that I own it. I know that it's going to be mine forever or until the thing breaks. There's a certain, calmness about knowing that the thing that you bought is the thing that you actually own. And to me, it's amazing that we're all buying into this new paradigm where, it's okay if I don't own the thing I bought. You can just tell me when I'm okay to watch that show that's on streaming. Oh, you want to take it away next week? Oh, okay, that's fine with me. We're okay with this. I hate every minute of it. I got to be honest. I really do have to say, because some people have asked me this before, and this will be a question for everybody. We can go around the room on this one. I will tell you, people have asked me, what do you think would be the thing in the industry that would make you stop being a gamer? And I said, wow, I think the day that I have to rent every single frickin' thing is the day that I just would lose it. I just hate that. I would hate that so much.
I can't think of anything that would make me stop being a gamer.
A
to be honest with
global
you, man.
EMP.
I mean, well, here's
Straight
wait.
power.
You don't
have the time.
No,
to
no, no, no,
commit.
no, no, no.
You don't have. You have to own the game because I can't afford to rent something in perpetuity. That doesn't make sense for a guy like
maybe
me.
almost.
I'm pushing 50.
No,
I know I don't look it.
No, I'll give it to you, Civ. You know what maybe would stop, man? If every publisher, developer, and all that, whatever, started becoming like the old EA and did everything DLC, man, like no matter what, and you know, microtransactions, every little bit of, you know, just started going to mobile. Like, you know, you play one stage, oh, you want to get a better gun? Yeah, you got to pay $5, but that would make me stop, man, because I mean, the economy just sucks for me, you know. So if I had to go, let's say if I'm playing, by the way, let's say my favorite game is Contra, right? You know, or Sonic and Contra. If I had to get if I had to get the spread shot and spend $5.99 for it, man, I will stop being a gamer. I will stop. That would make me
swipe your
stop.
card like mid-game. You gotta like.
I got to swipe card.
Like,
Yeah, I got.
tap
Yeah.
here for a shotgun.
Yeah, if I had to do that, yeah, I'll be done. I'll be done. That's my go. Smoke.
All right.
All right, no, I want to
Gotta
get
go use the mic.
some input from our people.
Can you hear me? Okay. So you touched on something very important earlier when you spoke about in 1983 when that event. Too young for it, but the commonality it's having with this is at that time there were so many new different game companies producing things and using software in ways that the original creators did not know or understand. Then they all disappeared. Then out emerged like 2 or 3 good ones. That's happening right now. You have all these companies that are making video games that are so much better than Microsoft and Sony could even dream of making. So they buy them and they don't care about the games that they want to make. They just learn what they did and then bleed the studio dry so that they can continue to have their dominance. And we're seeing that now again because of the generational leap in technology, right? Like you see the difference between like Amiga and Atari and then all of a sudden Super Nintendo. You know, Xbox was first created by Microsoft to showcase DirectX, the technology they use to accelerate graphics. They don't need to do that anymore. It's coming to a point where that's not even necessary anymore, and all they need to do is make sure they corner the market for pushing games to people, streaming games to people, etc. Streaming is more than possible right now. It just so happens that most of the people who pay internet bills don't play video games. That's the only reason why. That's why you can stream 4K, HDR, 3D video on Netflix, which, by the way, takes way more bandwidth than your video game does.
Well, the problem in leading up to the crash of '83 was in the subsequent years, or the preceding years rather, there was like a glut of games. Like every company wanted to come out with something because they felt like it was like the flavor of the day. They were trying to catch the wave. They thought it was a license to print money, and they thought every piece of crap idea that a basic programmer could conceive is something that the general public would just eat up. Because we never had anything like it before, a lot of developers back then said, well, there's no gold standard. We can just produce crap. They'll buy it. Well, guess what? We didn't. We knew crap when we saw it. It was really bad. We had already played Pac-Man. We knew what Pitfall was like. We played quality games. So when you come out with a game that's like Kool-Aid Man, all right, man, come on, dude. Like, we're not going to, you know, camp out overnight at Electronics Boutique for a freaking Kool-Aid Man. You know what I'm saying? So, like, this whole thing, you know, your point is so spot on because it's like, yeah, dude, a lot of these companies, they have a misunderstanding of the consumer. I think what's worse now is that the bigger companies don't have an understanding of the developers. Like, they want to publish and they want to push out as much AAA content as possible, and they give no mind to the actual resources that go into this kind of stuff and the quality control that's part of it. These developers bust their ass. People that make video games are extremely talented, very smart people, smarter than me. And they work, and they're not highly represented, they're not unionized, and they don't get paid very well. But yet they make quality for us that we take for granted. And I also think that other companies take them for granted. But I can tell you this, I mean, I was bummed out last year. And Smoke, you can attest to this. One of the finest games I played all of last year was Dead Space Remake. I loved it. I thought it was a great remake. Fantastic. To me, personally, that was my game of the year. It was really, really good. And then when EA came out and said, yeah, I don't know if we're going to make another one because the sales figures didn't hit. I'm like, sold millions of copies. It was a hit. It was a critically acclaimed game. What's with you? Do you not see what I see? So it's aggravating, like on a lot of levels.
Well, I mean, it was on Game Pass too. I mean, that probably affected it. It's definitely, that's got to be what it is. I mean, I just found out my Xbox is an Xbox because it doesn't even do the X anymore. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, it's just the Game Pass. It's got to be that. I mean, if it happens with all these other studios, it's just the profit.
Man, you got your Xbox from Temu, didn't you?
From Temu? No, I got it from Target.
Oh, okay. That's worse. That's
See,
worse.
I got
That's
my
absolutely
Switch.
worse.
The same one. Actually, I got all my consoles at the same Target.
True.
It's around the corner from my job, so I was like, today's the day. Whoop, Target, home.
I mean, Temu's another word for Target anyways.
It's at the intersection where I got in a car accident one time.
Oh.
It's not traumatizing.
Oh, my God.
It's
Ken,
just
go for it, Ken.
I want to talk about that Dead Space remake and then something else. With that Dead Space remake, you argued that it was on Game Pass, but it just came on to Game Pass like last month. So, I mean, if they were to go ahead and make another one with the sales that they had, there wasn't an EA Play for it. There wasn't like a trial for you to play or something. You had to pay for the game.
That's a good point.
But
And
people
then you
still
ta-
wait for games. People wait for them to come on Game Pass. and
That's
stuff
true,
like
but
that.
yeah, especially like an
I
EA
just-
game,
I-
it's
I
always going to
assumed.
come to Game Pass Ultimate because of EA Play. And I understand that, but with games like FromSoft games, you never know if they're going to get onto Game Pass because they're their
It'd
own.
be nice.
It'd be nice, yes, it would. And then a rebuttal to your way of how gaming would die for you is you've had to rent everything. What did you do when you were a kid when you went to Blockbuster and rented a movie for a day because you wanted to try it out? Or when you go to the library and you get a book. Gaming is just a new form of media that's going back into the same cycle, just like television, just like film, music, and even books. You're renting them out. And whether it's through a membership, like with Netflix or with the library, you get a membership card, or it's through other ways of just like trials or whatnot, it's all going to go back into the same cycle of them trying to push more money out. But you've already been doing that, so I don't understand how that could like kill the gaming franchise for you, if you know what I mean.
That couldn't. I'm gonna let
What's
Sid
your-
talk because that couldn't because I was a fan of GameFly when
What's your-
GameFly was
Just
out too.
thinking about
Yep.
Gamefly.
Yep. I was a huge fan of GameFly.
What's your favorite movie of all time? The movie that you've watched more than any other movie in your life?
Besides the Barbie movie.
It better be Sonic 1.
No, just
Interstellar.
Wow.
Okay,
That's a good one.
how many times do you think you've watched it?
That's
15.
like
15
like
times. Hold on.
3 hours. 15
Right.
times.
Yeah. So 15 times 3. Do the math. Yeah. So we're talking about you vested about maybe 45. Let's just even round up. We'll say 50 hours of your life is dedicated to Interstellar, and maybe you've rented it. Maybe you've rented it 15 times. I don't know. A video game, given its interactive nature, is different almost every time you play it. Even if it's the same game, even if it's a very linear game, I think that the interactive aspect makes it different every time. And because we can cast a piece of ourself, we project a piece of ourself onto a video game. So the experience is inherently different. So, you know, again, I wouldn't equate like a book that has the same words every time I read it, or a song that sounds the same way every time I hear it. Now, I know that like every time you hear a song, it may make a different emotion or something, but I'm talking about a game that is inherently different every single time, is an incomparable experience. And I think it's different depending on the game. Like if you're playing a massive online role-playing game or something like that, man, you want to rent that thing for 1,000 hours at the rate of a movie? Wow. I know, but it's not, that's just not the way. I can't see it going that way. It would be a turnoff. Let's just say it this way. Like I've said before, I've put probably over, 2,500 hours into Dead by Daylight. And if I had to pay for that time at the rate of a movie, I mean, what's a 2.5-hour movie to rent these days?
Yeah, I get that. You know what I mean? I get that.
Oh my God.
I guess it depends, I'm saying on a degree, because I remember when I was on GameFly, man, it was majority for, storyline games I could just get done quick, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, if I'm going to play, I'm a huge Final Fantasy 14, fanatic and all that.
And by the way, sorry, the option to still buy a movie is out there.
Wait, for sure.
You can still buy it. That's all I'm asking for. If you want to go to streaming, that's completely fine. But still make a version that I can say, hey, if I have $60, I'll buy the game if it's a good game. That's all I want.
Yeah,
I
I
want
wouldn't
the
be able-
option.
yeah, I wouldn't be able to
If you
rent,
guys
like,
wanna
some
stream
ongoing,
stuff, Hey man, cool.
And most DVDs and Blu-rays come with digital copies nowadays anyway to add to your like Amazon library or movies anywhere now.
Good point. My
Thank
man,
you.
what you got?
Yeah.
Will.
I was just I'm glad the topic came back to that because that's what I was going to talk about. Like you, the idea of not being able to buy something and like having to rent it to play it is just crazy to me. Because think about like something, say I buy Spider-Man 1 and it could only be rented.
Yeah.
Imagine like
I hate you, Will.
having to pay like what, $2.99 a month just to have it in there, and if you stop paying it, you lose it. It's like that to me seems a little crazy. But also going back to what I wanted to mention was the other thing. You were like, how is it that people are okay with this? Like, why is it that people don't get more outraged? I think it's because people born after us see it more normal. Like, you and I and almost everybody here, I assume, grew up with Atari, NES, some of that stuff. And even up to generations with PlayStation 1, pretty offline experience. But PlayStation 2, 3 onwards, to them, it's just like...
They've sold it to us under the guise of convenience. And where, in a matter of fact, the convenience is only for them. It's much more convenient to not have to manufacture a physical game. It's much more convenient not to have to ship a game or to print an instruction booklet. It's way more convenient for them to just put it on a server and host it for a little while and just have the money roll in. Oh, that's the epitome of their convenience. What they trick us into thinking is that, that somehow is an advantage to us because we have it, we don't have to get out of our seat to get it. We don't have to order it on Amazon, which is like, again, I think the epitome of convenience, but whatever. I mean, like, how many of you, let me just ask, seriously, and don't be ashamed if this is a no answer, but are any of you guys game collectors? All right. Yeah. I mean, so like...
He just collected one.
What's the deal? I mean, we're just dinosaurs now, I guess, right? I mean, they don't really seem to care too much about collectors.
I don't know, man. It's so weird to me because we talk about this and I see me being not part of the problem, but like, I guess the trend of like, everything I'm buying normally is like something to like co-op with my girlfriend, or like I'm playing Fortnite with my friends, or just like something, a multiplayer, Halo or something like that, like I'm using it more for the social aspect now than anything. And then like when it's time for a Spider-Man 2 or whatever, I'm genuinely not trying to keep I'm just being like, that's one of the only like story games I've played recently. Besides then like Jedi Survivor, that's recent. That was amazing. Love that game.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you right now, we collect these games. You got that game because the value later on it. Let me ask y'all this real quick, just real quick. What's the most expensive game that you have on you right now? Yo. On 3DS? Okay. I'm going to tell you right now, you better hold on to that game because that game, it give you 15 years, and I don't know how much you pay for that game. For a 3DS game? Yeah. I guarantee you, that game is going to be tripled. Yeah, keep adding up. That's the thing, because you got to look at it. It's like a lot of these games. I'll tell you right now, I was so, and I'll give you a couple examples. I was so pissed. I have a Dreamcast, right? I have a couple games on Dreamcast. I have a Dreamcast. I have a Dreamcast.
Anyone thought?
I hate you so much, dude. And one of the games that I had when I was a kid was Power Stone, right? Mm-hmm. I did the stupid thing as a kid and gave it to GameStop, Now Power Stone 1 and Power Stone 2 are the most expensive thing in this earth to try to get it back. It's like $200, $250.
So if anyone finds it on the floor, let
Brian,
Mark know.
Brian knows I have this. Def Jam Vendetta.
Oh my God! I've been trying to find that game, you motherfucker.
Okay. Not only because they don't license the music.
Right.
Like I'm like, dude.
It's hard, dude. And the freaking vendor over there is selling for like $899.99.
Why? I own it. And then you have games like there's games that they stopped making because for whatever reason. What is that one game that was like Apocalypse Now? And I got 2 copies of it.
Right.
He bought the physical and the digital.
But see, Smoke. That's why we collect these games, man, because it's a paycheck.
Well, here's I got even something better. PlayStation 2, when you were able to play the system I have, where you could play PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 games.
Yeah.
I take that back. It was PlayStation 3.
Right.
It was PlayStation 3 where you could play PlayStation You got you know what I'm talking about. The PlayStation 2
The
and
piano
PlayStation
black.
1 games,
Right.
you can play on that.
Right.
They stopped making that
Because
as
they
soon as it
know,
came
they
out.
freaking know what to see. That's
I
what I'm
was
saying.
like,
Y'all,
this money.
y'all get me mad up here, man.
Now,
But-
what did I say? What did I say at the beginning of our show? I said video gamers are hypocrites. We have to admit it because here we are talking about we want more games, we want more physical media, things like this. But let me ask you something, and it's a real question. If you stopped buying any more games right now, how many of you, by a show of hands, confidently feels like you could play through your entire backlog?
Like before I die?
Do you think, yes, in the remaining time in your life, could you play every game you? I can't.
I'm
No,
talking about
come
roll
on.
credits.
Talking about
Like
roll-
platinum?
yes.
Roll
like
credits on every
100%,
game you
like
have in your
complete?
backlog.
I'll do you one better.
What's that? Like if it's like you say, if it's like an ongoing game or something like that, let's not count that. Let's not count that.
We like completionists it. Like you get 100% out of the
no,
game.
come on,
Like,
it's just-
and like that's you get all your money's worth out of it,
All right,
and
now
then
I
you
just
go to
keeping
the
it
next
simple.
one. What's the time?
All right, so I'm just talking about just playing it to the point where you had enough fun and you put it down.
Yeah.
You either beat it or if it's like a fighting game or something, you're like, yeah,
Well,
I played
yeah.
all the characters. It was cool. I got as good as I got bored with it. I put it down. Let's say it takes only 20 hours. 20 hours per game that you have.
Yep.
See, the older you get, the more you're going to realize the answer to that is no. You are never playing all those games. I have over 1,200. No, I think I have 1,400 just PlayStation titles between the PS3 and PS5.
That's
not
too
even
many
the older
games.
ones. My entire gaming collection is ridiculous. It's like I don't know how many games I own. I really don't.
And you know
I
what it
think
is,
most
Stu?
of us up here. Answer me. Okay,
Well,
let's just go down the line.
Well, okay.
Could you play through all your games?
I couldn't play because I blame one. There's a few companies, man. This PlayStation keeps on giving us these free games, right? I'm subscribed to the Epic Store. Epic Store keeps giving us free games.
But if you stopped acquiring games today, no more new games for you at whatever age you are. You have to just play the games you currently have. For the rest of your life, could you play through them all?
No, it's impossible. It is physically impossible,
He
dude.
can.
Well, I'm a fetus. I mean,
Spider-Man, yes.
Well, no, because like it's funny. Like I was talking about this with my girlfriend. Like I was packing up stuff, moving them out of my apartment, and then she's like, "Why are you keeping all these old games, like all my old 360 games and stuff like that?" I'm like, "Cause they're mine, and I love them. And if I ever want to play Transformers Fall of Cybertron again or something,
Great
or
game.
Prototype 2 or something, or I think about the ones I missed out on, like Deadpool. For some reason, I never got that one. Like,
How did you miss out on Deadpool?
you know,
And I owned that.
I was too young to buy it from the store probably at the time because I wasn't 18 yet. All right, goodness gracious, 97 represent. But yeah,
Whoa.
Thank you.
well, the problem.
That's the point. That's exactly the point.
It's so annoying. Yeah, it is.
Yep.
Gotta clear up space. Well, the problem I'm having now is also having hardware that runs some of these things. Like, I ran into the problem at my parents' house where my old PS2, I found it's not reading anymore. I gotta get that thing checked out.
Yeah.
Or I see if somebody's got one here for, under $50 or something.
Smoke, could you play through all your games? Could
play
you
through
play
all your
through
games?
all of your games in your backlog?
Your physical collection.
How many do I have?
Or
No,
can
the
you?
thing we're
Would you be
talking
able
about.
to play through all your backlog games?
One more time.
Like so all the games that you have waiting to be played, your backlog, right? Could you, starting right now, play through and finish every single backlog game that you have?
Seeing the fact I'm the oldest one. Seeing the fact I'm the oldest one in the group. Hell no.
Yeah.
Hell no, because I
Yeah.
got so many games.
Yeah.
And many freaking systems.
I mean, look at the freaking TV. There you go.
Like, I got look.
Like, yo, like,
I
come
got,
on.
I got a Blu-ray 4K DVD collection.
Yeah.
Saturday morning cartoons from the 60s on. Blu-rays I buy currently in 4K I buy currently physical that I will never. Some of them I will never get a chance to see or watch because I have so many in my catalog. So, yeah. Even though, but it's the idea of having the physical copy, knowing that it's yours. You know, knowing that if someone wants to go in and say, well, we're going to change this game, we're going to change the music, we're going to take this thing out, you can say I have the original. I have it before they did it. Deadpool, when the Deadpool video game came out, I'm so glad I own that game because, of course, you're never going to get a Deadpool game the way we want it, you know.
Yeah.
You know, without someone trying to, you know, get the game like they did with Wolverine or whatever.
Who
but
voiced Wolverine in that game again? Oh, yes. Oops.
yeah.
Okay, go.
So that's what I said. You know, again, it's the physical, having that physical, knowing that fact that no one can take that away from you, as Civ brought up earlier, and the fact that, you know, you have control. It's yours. No one can dictate to you, oh, you can't have this game anymore. So we're going to take it off the streaming thing. But wait, I own the game. No, you don't. No, you don't. Not really. You gave us money.
So
You idiot. You gave us money.
Speaking of physical, who wants to win some physical prizes?
Prizes.
Because we have
You too, yeah, you too.
physical
If you want to join,
prizes.
you too as
everybody's
well.
eligible.
Even Lamont wants to win some
Anyone
prizes, right,
walking
Lamont?
by?
You want to win some prizes.
Anyone that can hear my voice, come
Same
on
with
down.
Nate. Nate
So-
wants to win some prizes.
So, and anybody
do
can
it.
join. Well, you know what? I think everybody should really join, to be honest with you. Here's the thing.
Let's do it.
If you watch our show, we usually play games with the panelists all the time at the end of each show. So we're definitely going to play a couple games I have, you know, because we usually do like the trivia and stuff like that, man. You know, yeah, kind of want to mix
You
it
know
up.
we don't have the screen today. You
Yeah,
know
we don't have the screen. No, we don't have the screen. No, so we usually play trivia and all that too, you know, to get your game of trivia. Yeah, we do have a couple trivia questions for sure.
I hate
but,
you, man. I hate you.
But
I hate you.
there was a game that I played with the guys here. It was just us, man. I think Nick took a day off, man. That I want to play with all of y'all. Now,
Let's take a nap.
the game is basically, it's simple. It's simple. I'm going to say a video game franchise, right? Just a video game franchise. I'm going to give you 3 video game titles right off the bat. You got to tell me the oldest to the most recent, all right? So let's think about it. So who wants to start first? Who wants to start
Chronological
first?
order.
So I'm going to give you the oldest to recent. So for instance, let's say that I'm trying to make sure that I don't. What we did last, we did Contra, right? I remember I tried to test with, or Metal Gear. I tested with y'all on Metal Gear. And I think Smoke got that too, man. Smoke, I gave them like 3 games, you know, and they actually got it correct. So it was the most oldest to the newest game of that franchise. So, you know what? Do you want to start first, man? Like, listen. All right. Come up here real quick. All right.
Well, you want to let them buzz in? Like, you tell them tell everybody the franchise, and then.
No. I'm gonna give it because you know what though, he's been up here, man. I like him too, man. So I want to actually do this and see. So here's the thing. Here we got this franchise. Are you actually?
Mark, why don't we do this at the microphone?
What's that?
You can do it at the mic. Take them to the microphone.
Oh, to the microphone. Yeah. If you want to go to the microphone, that'd be easier.
Yeah, we'll do it that
All
way.
right. Perfect.
Go on down.
That way he won't see my
Don't
answers.
come up. We're up here. Go over there.
All right. So.
We're giving away prizes. Anybody wants to come over?
So the franchise is Resident Evil.
Oh, God.
Resident Evil. Now, I'm gonna give
Just
you.
at the panel too, so you got no.
Yeah, you was just at the panel.
Hopefully
You
it's
wa-
1, 2, and 3.
You was just at the panel. So I'm gonna give you 3 games from Resident Evil. You gotta tell me the oldest game that came out to the newest. Okay, 3 games. Here we go. The 3 games, and you can help them out too if you want to. Resident Evil, Deadly Silence. Oh, so the feedback? God darn feedback, man.
We
God darn
feed-
Kev with the
we
feedback.
got feedback for you. Back up.
Effing Kevin. All right, anyway, I love you, Kevin. Here we go. So it's one game is Resident Evil Deadly Silence. The next one is Resident Evil Dead Aim. And the final one is Resident Evil Gaiden. All right? So Deadly Silence, Dead Aim, and Gaiden. Give me the oldest game to the newest.
I'm going to go Dead Aim, Gaiden, Deadly Silence.
You said Dead Aim, Gaiden, Deadly Silence. You was close, but no. Ah.
Boo, Mark. Boo. Boo.
Nah,
We don't like
see,
Mark.
see.
It's
Somebody-
Mark's fault.
Somebody else want to give it a shot?
Hey,
Mark,
Yeah, you can line up if you want to. If you want to,
yeah, anybody know? Resident
if you was paying attention, you will know you can switch the order. Remember, the oldest game to the newest. So you got Resident Evil Deadly Silence, Resident Evil Dead Aim, and Resident Evil Gaiden. Who wants to take a shot?
Make sure, hey, listen, Mark will psych you out, so don't let Mark get in your head.
I mean, these are gamers. They know, man. No, I know people just scared to take a shot. Nobody want to take a shot? Deadly Silence, Dead Aim, or Gaiden?
Photographers.
Kev?
Yes.
Kev? Oh, my God, Kev. Yeah.
Yeah,
Come on, Kev. Come on, Kev. You're a brave soul.
Kev.
All right, Kev. I hope you paid attention to his answers.
Yeah,
He was
I think
close.
I remember them generally anyway. So it should be Gaiden, Dead Aim, Deadly Silence.
Kev, you are correct. You mofo. You are correct.
He
Yep.
did it.
Resident Evil Gaiden came out for the Game Boy Color in December 14, 2001. Resident Evil Dead Aim came out on the PS2 February 13, 2003. And finally, the newest one, Resident Evil Deadly Silence, came out for the Nintendo DS February 7, 2006. All right, just like that, right? Now, here's the easy one. I'm up here. You know what a fan I am. There's a Sonic franchise, man. Somebody want to try? Someone try? Sonic? I figured. There you go.
Yeah. Rolling around at the speed of
All right, you ready?
Yeah, sure.
So remember, this is all Sonic franchise. So every game that's connected to the Sonic franchise, all right?
Okay.
Here we go. Your games are, actually, I'm gonna give you 4.
Okay.
Wow.
Sonic Rush, Sonic Shuffle, Tails Adventure, Knuckles Chaotix. 4.
4.
Tails Adventure, Knuckles Chaotix, Sonic Shuffle, Sonic Rush.
That is absolutely correct, dude. Good job.
Wow.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
You got dunked on.
Tails Adventure came out September 22nd, 1995 for the
didn't
Game
care.
Gear. Knuckles Chaotix, my favorite game I love. Of course, you already obviously know. April 21st, 1995 for the Sega 32X. Then you got Sonic Shuffle, November 14, 2000 for the Dreamcast. And then Sonic Rush for the DS, if you kept your
You got
DS.
4.
November 15, 2005. Man, congratulations to.
Hey, Sonic Rush introduced the best female Sonic character, Blaze the Cat.
Listen, I'm a Blaze stan too, so yes, we're gonna fight for her, man.
He likes Rouge. He likes Rouge. She's lying.
I know, dude. I've been trying to talk to her. All right. That's simple. He had 4. He had 4. That was easy, man. Can we do? You know what? I'm gonna do Civic's favorite game, Metroid. Metroid. Anybody want to try? 3 games for Metroid. Metroid is a small not a small franchise, man, but I guess not really a small franchise. Yeah. No problem.
Sure, have a good one. Yeah.
No problem.
See you guys.
Yep, take care. Take care. Metroid. Nobody want to go for Metroid? Nobody? What? Civic, you want to go for Metroid just because?
Can you guys hear me okay? Am I even here? Can you turn me up a little bit?
It,
No? Okay, thank you.
Because this is Civic's
Testing,
game.
1, 2.
It's a Civic's game right here. I want to test out Civic real quick. Civic,
All right.
you ready?
I think so, yeah.
All right, your 3 games, Civic, is Metroid Other M. Then you have Metroid Prime Pinball. And the last one is Metroid Zero Mission.
Zero Mission, Other M, Pinball.
You are incorrect, sir.
Yeah. Did I mix I mixed Other M with Pinball, didn't I?
There you go.
Yeah,
You
that's
did.
right. Yeah. You know what it is? It's
was-
funny. I bought them out of order. I bought the first. I always get those 2 messed up because I bought one before the other. I knew it when I said
Right,
it.
right.
All right. Nice. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. See,
No,
see?
no prize.
No
for
prize
me.
for the guy.
No,
with
no,
the
no prize for the host. That's
me.
insane. That's insane. You know what? I'm looking at Princess Peach. Princess Peach, you want to try Mario?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go.
Peaches, peaches, peaches,
Peaches, peaches, peaches, peaches, peaches, peaches, peaches. What? Okay. All right.
Prizes.
I'm gonna give you 3 games. Okay. Matter of fact, Kev can help because I know Kev, you can help. 3 games. Here you go. Your 3 games are Paper Mario, the Origami King. The second game, Super Mario Sunshine. And the third game is Mario Kart Super Circuit.
What? What was? Did you say Super Soaker?
Super Circuit.
I think you said Super Soaker.
So you got Paper Mario, the Origami King, Super Mario Sunshine, and Mario Kart Super Circuit.
I want to say Super Circuit, then Sunshine, then Origami King.
You are absolutely correct. Yep, that's that was on
Nice.
point. Yep, Super Circuit, one of my favorite Game Boy Advance games that I play in class, and my teacher got mad at me and took my Game Boy Advance away. That was great, man. That came out July 21st, 2001. Super Mario Sunshine came out July 19th, 2002 for the GameCube. Anybody still has a GameCube? And then Paper Mario, the Origami King, is the newest one for the Switch, July 17th, 2020. That was appropriate.
You have subjects to rule over now.
That was appropriate. You know what? I'm see over there. You want to give it a go? Yeah, come on up here. I got a game for you.
I just want to point out I've never played any of those.
Yeah.
See?
I'm a Kid Icarus girly.
Yeah. Process
But
of
you got that. I was like,
elimination,
man, she has to know.
multiple choice.
All right, I think I got a game for you.
Okay.
It's Kingdom Hearts.
Oh shit.
Kingdom Hearts.
Okay.
All right, here you go. Oh, God. It is 3 games. Kingdom Hearts, Birth by Sleep.
Okay.
Kingdom Hearts, Chain of Memories. And then Kingdom Hearts 358/2.
It's Birth by Sleep. What were the other ones?
You got Birth by Sleep, Chain of Memories, and 358/2.
Chain of Memories, Birth by Sleep, and then 3582.
You were so close. You were so close, Nick.
Swap 358 and birth.
Damn it.
That was a swap. Yeah, you were so close. You were so close. Oh man. Okay. All right. Yep. And then I got how much time we got? Real quick. 28. Okay. Cool. All right. So I got one more. We're gonna switch to trivia real quick, and then I think I got one more final game as well too, man. I'm gonna bring a lot of people up. We got one more.
Come over with a prize.
Right? Does anybody want to try Mega Man?
All right, so this one's going to be for a big prize.
Mega
This is
Man.
You want to probably throw your name in the hat just because you might just
Come through, man.
be
You
able to
got, yeah,
guess
there
it.
you go.
Someone just went by with a Keyblade. That would have been perfect.
That would have been
time.
perfect, right?
You
Yeah.
should have waited like 5 more minutes. And he would have won a prize with his Keyblade.
All right, this is for a
Dude.
custom painting of Master Chief.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Are you a Halo fan?
I want that,
Yeah,
man.
it's pretty dope. So this could be yours.
He's a PlayStation player only.
All right.
Halo Custom Edition, fire.
So you got this, man. So it's Mega Man. So think deeply. Like I said, anybody can help you real quick. Think deeply on these 3 Mega Man games. I want the oldest to the most recent. Here we go.
You think we would have done Halo?
What's that?
You think we would have done Halo?
I would have done
Okay.
Halo, but nah, man. Halo's too easy. Here we go. Mega Man Star Force. The second game is Mega Man Soccer. It's a Mega Man soccer game. The last game is Mega Man Legends. Mega Man Star Force, Mega Man Soccer, Mega Man Legends.
I think I know it.
Legends Star Force Soccer.
Incorrect, dude. Incorrect.
Should we wait and give?
No. What was that?
Should we give someone else a chance?
Does anybody else want a chance at it?
Can I ask the audience?
Say that again. You said Soccer Legends Star Force. That is absolutely correct. Soccer Legends Star Force. Mega Man Soccer came out for the Super Nintendo March 25th, 1994. Mega Man Legends, my favorite game. I love Mega Man Legends. Bring back Mega Man Legends 3. December 18th, 1997 for the PS1. And Star Force, December 14th, 2006 for the DS,
With a
man.
fry.
It's funny how I'm trying to bring out a lot of DS games as
That's
well, too.
crazy because the last full one I played, like as a kid, was Star Force.
Was Star
Like,
Force?
on my
Yeah.
DS, yeah, I had the dragon.
Dude, I
one.
had.
Do you have any more trivia questions?
I do have more trivia questions, absolutely.
I got another big prize. You guys
right.
aren't going to believe this
Big
one. This one's kind
prizes?
of cool.
So we're going to make this easy now. It's just plain trivia questions. Like I said, it does not hurt
What the-
And
to
an
answer.
inflatable gaming chair.
Yo.
It's cool too.
Can we get some
Yo.
Kevin, can we get some Prices Right music? You're the sound guy. I need sound. All right, go ahead.
So we're going to do just straight up trivia questions, man. I think that's what we're going to do real quick. I think we got one more game. I don't know, depends on how many prizes you have in the back.
I mean, don't worry about
Okay,
it.
cool. All right, so we're just going to do straight up trivia questions. Make sure I got the time. Here we go. This is such an easy question. Easy question if
Well,
you
don't
are.
make it too easy. This is like the grand prize, dude.
You know what?
You know,
Yeah.
make them earn it.
We'll make them earn it? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We'll make it. This is a good question then. Here's a question for anybody in the audience. Here we go. In Donkey Kong Country 1, Donkey Kong Country, when DK and Diddy defeat a boss, they receive a gigantic banana as a reward. If you can picture that, a gigantic banana as a reward. What was written on the banana's label? Is it A, Kong, B, Rare, C, Nintendo, or D, Dole?
E, no Diddy.
What's that? Incorrect.
All right, got to go up to the microphone. If you got to put it on the line, we got to be able to hear you.
We got this guy right
Up
here.
to the mic so we can all hear the answer.
I think he knows.
Nintendo.
It is Nintendo, absolutely,
is.
man. The whole
All right.
Nintendo label on the banana, because I missed that.
Good stuff.
That's cool.
It is cool, right? There you go.
Take that can.
Yeah, thank you.
It's a little heavy. Yeah.
All right,
Good
man.
stuff,
Listen,
good stuff.
we got some more
That's gonna
prizes.
take up all the space in your bag.
I know. How about that? Any Five Nights at Freddy's fans? Oh my God!
Peaches.
Here you go. In Five Nights at Freddy's, finish the line said by the phone guy. All right. He said they used to wander during the day. Then there was it A, the fire of '92, B, the bite of '87, C, the massacre of '35, or D, the robbery of 2000.
Was that the bite of 87?
Was that the bite of '87? Yes, it was the bite of '87. Yep.
Nice.
Trying to copy Markiplier.
With the rugged cookie.
Trying to copy the Markiplier on that one. Was that the bite of '87?
Come on up.
Oh, nice.
Another
More
prize.
prizes.
He's killing it. There you go. Good job. Good job.
Those are cool.
That was awesome. Okay, all right. You know what? I'm going to give a question that I'm going to give no answers to. Hopefully somebody knows this, man, as I'm a huge fan of this franchise. In the game Sonic Heroes. Sonic Heroes. Name all the members of Team Chaotix. Easy. Team
Gotta go up
Chaotix.
to the mic.
Oh my God. My heart is hurting. Team Chaotix. She gonna do it again. And you know what? No, okay. Go for it.
Vector, Charmy, and Vesper?
Thank you. There we go.
Wow.
See,
We're running out of prizes.
Wow.
it's awesome, dude. See?
We're running out of different prizes for her.
Team Chaotix.
Give her 2 just to be safe.
Yeah, for the next one. There you go. Awesome.
Oh my God. Now,
With a prize.
now, before we go to our next game, I'm trying to figure out the time. That's good. Before we go to the next game, I don't know if y'all have any random trivia. Any random trivia. Matter of fact, just a guess. I'm going to put this onto like a know the host of the show. Know the host of the show,
I got
right?
Tons of. You just need a trivia question?
No. You know what? I'm going to do a ton. Just who do you think would out of any of us, right? Just looking at all of us. Now, let's just get to know the host, right? Who has the most PlayStation trophies? Me, Civic, Nick, or Smoke? The most PlayStation trophies.
All right, hands in the air if you think it's Smoke. All right.
You think it's Smoke?
One vote. All right, how about Nick?
Anybody say Nick? Nick is the youngest gamer too, man.
All
Nick
right.
plays a lot of games, man.
How about your boy Civic?
Anybody for Civic? We got 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
And
How
of
about
course,
for
obviously.
Knuckles?
What?
You voted twice. She can't do that.
I know she did vote
Disqualified.
twice, man.
You work all the time, Mark.
The answer is my man Civic Minded right here, man. Civic Minded is the reigning trophy. I know.
Give him a round.
Boo, 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 boo your ass, boo.
Now put in that work, bro.
How many do you have?
Put in that work.
Helldivers Platinum?
15,000, something like that.
We
if you
call
remember.
him call him the Platinum Don.
Yeah, generous, for real. Seriously.
No, they don't call me that. But
There's
it sounds cool.
Out loud.
We're going to give away, I think we got time for one more prize, I think, or maybe a couple more prizes, I believe, man. I want to do a game that involves, I need people up here, man. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to need people up here, and I'm going to tell you the reason why. Actually, no, I'm going to need some people behind that mic, all right? So the game that we love to do, we love to play with people, is basically just rapid fire game, right? What I mean by it is, let's say the topic is just a video game name, a video game title, right? Now, I want the video game to be in alphabetical order. Now, what I mean by that is, how about that? Yeah, exactly. So the first person up on the mic, we will give you a letter, and you got to name a video game from that letter, correct? All right. So let's say I say the letter B, and you was first. You would probably say, there you go. And then the next person goes, that person will have C, and the next person have D. You gotta keep going, okay? If you can't name a game when your letter comes up, man, in like a few seconds, you're out, okay? And then we'll keep on going until, last person standing. So, if you are bold enough, go ahead and please go behind the mic and play along too. Don't be shy either, man. Like I said, I think we got
Who are they playing against?
Huh?
Who are they playing
so
against?
What we
Against
should do is we should go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, and then they swap, and then we keep going. It's the audience versus us.
Oh.
Really?
Wait a minute. That's cool.
Really?
So
Yeah.
we'll go
I like
1,
that.
2, 3, 4, 5, and then the 5 will keep.
I'll tell you what.
If you guys get up,
Yeah.
it'd be cool. Yeah.
How about this?
Uh-huh.
We will have a prize for everybody if they win.
Okay.
But here's the thing. Only one of us can answer at a time, but any of them can answer. It's going to favor them.
Oh, okay. So we'll go.
So
A,
as long as they can yell out anything.
Anything? Okay.
But it has to go like 1, 2, 3. You go, audience goes. I go, audience goes.
That's better.
You
It's
want to
gonna
do
be
that?
gonna be very much in favor of them.
Okay.
They can say like 17 games that start with B.
Are you gonna be okay?
I got this.
Yeah,
What are you
okay.
talking about?
We'll
I
give
know
it.
my alphabet and games. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
we'll give a random letter. So it's gonna be like, just for example, letter
S.
A.
Oh, Abadox. Are we playing?
No, I'm just saying like just an example like
Is this
A,
for real?
B, C, D. Okay, so you want to do that?
Let's do it.
Let's do that, man. Audience, y'all ready? All right. Actually, I'm not even gonna
But
play.
it's gonna-
I'm,
you-
I'm,
It's
I'm,
like
gonna-
3v,
I'm,
yeah.
I'm going to go to each member of the audience, and I'm gonna have y'all,
All right,
y'all
all right.
three. All right.
Let's do it. Okay.
So we're gonna start off with the letter. Hey, you know what? Just start with A. We'll start with A. How about that?
We'll go. Hurry.
Yep. Start with A, man.
Yeah, that's all right.
So
Right,
A, go.
Arkanoid.
B,
Batman.
C,
Okay.
Cold Heart.
C.
Cold Heart.
Yeah, you're right. D,
Dead by Daylight.
E.
He said Earthbound. I heard him.
Earthbound.
There you go. Good. I heard Earthbound.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
G,
Ghost and Goblins.
H,
Helldivers.
Smoke. That's the smoke. Killing me, man.
I.
I can only think of Kid Icarus, but that doesn't count. Indigo Prophecy.
I like that. J.
Jackal.
Jackal?
Jackal. Classic arcade game.
K.
Kingdom Hearts.
L.
Circle. Leisure Suit Larry.
Dude, nice.
I see what games you play. M.
Hey, oh.
Mario Brothers.
Of course. N.
Smoke.
N.
On the mic. Microphone, brother.
Give me a second. It's coming to me. Nintendo.
What?
Nintendo Wii.
Entertainment system.
There's
so many
real.
games.
No,
on
no,
it.
no.
He said, he said
stop. No, no,
Newtopia
no.
for the PC engine. All right.
No.
Back to the
Nemesis.
Oh, to the
Nemesis.
audience.
Okay. Oh.
Overwatch.
P.
You said P?
P.
Popeye.
Q.
I thought I was gonna be P, man.
Mark, why are you doing this?
Worry?
to him?
I'm just torturing them. Like
He's gonna get Z next.
Cuber.
Yeah, there you go. Q. Okay. Get R.
Nick.
No.
Y'all already lost pretty much. R.
I need the next one. I need
R.
an S.
R.
Ru-
R.
what, you say Roadrunner?
Kev, I'm gonna go to you soon.
Roadrunner?
What?
That's what he said.
Roadrunner.
Roadrunner was a game.
He said something else besides Roadrunner.
Thank you.
What S?
Serious Sam.
Easy. T.
S was Spider-Man. I'm sorry.
Turrican.
He's disqualified.
U.
Undertale.
Nice. V.
Why are you coming back to me?
V.
It's his turn. I just went.
It's your turn. V.
V. Oh man.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Vigilantes. Yeah. Vanquish. I wanted to say though. That's the one I thought of.
W.
Vanquish.
World of Warcraft.
Easy. X.
Smoke.
Say the X-Men.
I mean,
Coin operator.
Spectacular Spider-Man.
For X.
Spectacular. No, you said X.
X.
Oh, X-Men.
All right, there you go. Y.
X-tacular.
Oh, why? Does it have to be a Nintendo game? Oh, Yellowstone?
Yeah, it's a game. You're right. That is a game. Yep. Z.
Zillion.
I was gonna say zero.
Yeah, I had
Samus.
to. All right, so now the practice round is over. No more
Come on
help.
now.
Nobody's
Come on, man.
getting
Come
any
on,
more
man.
help.
Stop that, man. Stop that.
Nobody's getting more help, and we're
I
going
hate
to have
you,
the
man. I hate
audience
you.
kick it off this time. They got to start it off with A.
So they want to start off? I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start
All
with
right,
you,
crunch
right?
time, guys. No more hints. No more help.
So anticipate because it's gonna be A, B. My man, I'm gonna help you out. You got C. All right. C, D, E,
Just get
F,
ready.
G,
Get ready.
H,
Start.
I,
Oh my
J,
gosh.
K.
I wasted all my games on the practice round.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did waste all your games in the practice round. Remember, you cannot say the game
So
twice,
if
man.
you're in the audience, you can save your friends. If you know one, don't
Yeah.
call it out, but put your hand up. If any one of you can name it, it's good. But we have to go one at a time.
Speed
Yep.
round. We
All right,
got
no
this.
more
ready?
help. All right, kick it off. A.
A,
Athena.
B,
Borderlands.
C.
C.
Easy. Great. D.
What did? I'm sorry. What did he say? for
Crash
C?
Bandicoot.
Yeah, you got to hold up the mic to these. I can't. You can't
Yep. D.
Daxter for the PSP.
Of course you said that. E.
Earthbound.
Easy. F.
Five Nights at Freddy.
G.
Gears of War.
H. you know they already lost, man. H.
Hellboy.
Hellboy.
Sorry, just making me laugh.
He has
I
a
said
game.
Hellboy.
He has a game.
I.
It's a PSP game.
Ikaruga.
Good game. J.
Jack and Daxter.
K.
Kid Icarus.
Now you got your Kid Icarus game. L.
Looper.
Leisure Suit Larry.
Wait, what was it?
Lemmings.
Okay. M.
Metroid.
N. N, people.
Night Creatures. Night Creatures. Very good game. Very good game. PS1 game.
O.
He's just making me laugh.
What's that?
Outrun.
Easy. P.
Pokemon.
I want to go for you to Q. Man. No, he's working. I'm not going to do that to him. I'm not. What's that?
You got it.
Q.
Oh man, he said the one that I was gonna say.
Well, he already said Qbert, so that.
All right,
No, no,
listen,
Qbert too.
I'm gonna save you here because Q is way too hard. But the one I would have said was kicks. Remember QIX?
Yeah, I forgot about kicks.
Yeah, but just
He
jump
did
that
say
line.
Quasar.
Oh, I didn't. You gotta hold up the mic, bro. We can't.
No. He said that last second, man. I'll vouch for him.
Okay.
Get Quasar, man.
R.
Yep, R.
Ridge Racer.
S.
Street Fighter.
Nice. T.
Tekken 3.
U.
Utopia.
I like that, man. V.
Great game and television game. He said Utopia,
Yep,
right?
mhm.
Nice deep cut. I
Yep.
like that.
V.
Oh no! Again, here I am. The problem is my sister's name starts with a V, and that's all I'm thinking of. It's
Vicky.
confusing me. Vanquish again.
W.
Vigilantes.
W.
Watch Dogs.
X.
You said X?
X.
X-Men 2.
Oh, we're doing that.
Oh my
Movie the
God.
game.
Oh, we're
Duh.
doing that.
We doing just sequels like 2 and 3 and 4.
They had tie-ins back then.
Why?
The look, the face. Why do I have to get wired?
He got it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
a great,
it's-
by the way, a great game.
Yeah.
And pronounced it correctly, too, so bonus points.
Yep,
From a great guy, Kevin the sound guy.
Yep, and Z, but not Civic.
No, it's me, isn't it?
Me?
Nick.
Z is to me, correct?
No, because Smoke did the. Oh, yeah,
It's
you're right.
funnier because
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
back to
have
me.
one.
Yeah, you're right, you're
It's
right.
funnier if I do it. I don't have one.
It's me.